Welcome on in. Today I'm going to show you how to get the rope gun in Sons of the Forest. This is a crucial item that you will need to get better items later on in the game. The enemies in the cave to access this item include cave mutants, babies, fingers, as well as twins. Because of that, you'll want to have decent weapons, so I suggest getting the modern axe if you don't already have it. If you're unsure where to get it, you can always click on the card above. I would also suggest bringing in the crafted bow with you. Having said that, let's jump right into it. After you've prepared to enter the cave, head to this location marked right here. Now, I'll go through this zone by zone and explain the encounters and how to survive them. Start by entering the cave and loot the immediate area. After that, you want to push forward until you get to this overlook. This will give you a good idea of the enemies that you're getting ready to go up against. Now, I would start by walking down the ramp and remember this spot. From here, you'll want to throw out a few flares so you can get an idea of what's going on in the lay of the land. There will be 5 cave mutants in here, so I would start by using your crafted bow and try to hit as many headshots as you can. A headshot on a cave mutant will take it down instantly. After that, pull out your modern axe, try to parry their attacks, so with a nice block and then a counter attack. Use that to clean up all the rest of the cave mutants. After all 5 are dead, loot them, get your armor, because you're going to need it a little bit further on in the cave. Now, one quick note, there is an optional cross that you can pick up in this zone. It is off to the right, and you can kind of see it near a flashlight. So if that's something you want, head over there and pick it up before you exit this zone. Walk up this path and you'll see a mutant stuck in a wall on your right. This is a blob. In front of you, you'll see a dead construction worker. Around him, he should have 2 time bombs or some explosives. You can pick those up and use those to clear the path to move forward. If you don't want to use the time bombs, you can always go into your inventory and use grenades if you have any. Once you blow the blob up, you can walk past it and continue forward to the next zone. This is actually quite a large zone with a handful of enemies in it. You will have to fight 2 finger mutants, a handful of babies, a cave mutant, and 1 set of twins. The hardest enemy in this zone by far is the set of twins. I would suggest using Molotovs or explosives, something to kind of soften it up, and then finish it off with your bow or your modern axe. After you clear everything out, keep walking until you get out of this zone. So in this zone, it seems relatively empty, but there are actually, in my playthrough, 2 different finger enemies on the right side. So I would suggest walking the right side, killing both of those, and then continuing through until you see a light on the right side. That will indicate where the exit is. Go through that and continue on to the next zone. Now this path isn't that complicated, it's just an ascent, but you do need to watch out for the babies that are scattered throughout this zone. With some of the harder monsters you will fight in this cave system, you want to try to make sure you don't lose too much of your armor. So be careful, block, take out the babies, and continue past this zone. While this part of the cave isn't actually a maze, it does branch out a few times, and the biggest thing you're going to have to contend with in this zone is all of the babies. So at the first split, you want to take a left and continue down that path and fight any of the babies that you run across. Once you get past those, you will see that the path branches off to the left. You can ignore that, it's just some loot. Continue going straight and work your way out of this zone. Now this cavern has a few more babies in it, so just head towards the back and follow the lights on the way. About halfway through the zone, there will be a fingers. He might be in a little offshoot to the right. You can either ignore him if he is, or if he's out in front of you, you can fight him. Afterwards, just continue forward along the path. So after all of that, just head up the hill and you should see the rope gun in a case on the ground. After you pick it up, you can use the zip line to access the exit. But be warned, in my playthrough there was another twin there. So when you hit the ground and start moving forward, you might have to contend with him. Use Molotovs and grenades again, try to soften him up. There are a few places where he can get pinched with the landscapes, so try to use that to your advantage. Kill him and continue forward until you're out of the cave. Congratulations, you are the proud owner of a rope gun. Now hopefully this video helped. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe for additional guides in the future.